Let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balazs. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on second down. Fitzpatrick, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, there was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, third and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Matchbox lights.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Hey, orbit. 58, boy, 58, 5.
Now Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. I got one. Left.
47 is the mic, boy. 47.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll run here with Balaj. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to
Balaj. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
So they'll try again with Anderson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, Look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones operating from the gun to Barkley on the check down. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones gets this one to his running back, Wayne Gallman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
60 outlaw, go. Yo, cheetah. Ready?
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing, Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's hit it, boy.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Pilot, 64, win.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, high 7.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now on 2nd and 13. Fitzpatrick flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grade.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
General West. Jeff.
Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Hey, Delta. Shoot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. That's complete to Slayton.
Come on, set.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Check the tight end, check the tight.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Pirine. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Samaje Pirine, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
A gain of 5 brings up
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool him and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Mike, 58 right there.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Looking to throw. Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Samaje Perine with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Check, 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 check.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, seam 6, seam snap.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, that's taken in by Callaway. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he's got it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, here's P. Ryan. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, Charlie.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Parker unable to get that one. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, color.
Now Balaj. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Again, it's Balaj. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Balaj. Room to run again. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Giants, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many when they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many when they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that don't make sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins. say no, they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go ahead, jump and hop on it. Rep where you from, where you supposed to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, instead to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze or won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way,
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have